P.T. Logan's 5 Minutes of Terror. Twisted, troubling tales to send a chill up your spine.
Book of Life. Hi, Linda, the librarian said. Hello, Mr. Marco. Anything new come in today? Mr. Marco licked his lips. Something special just came in. When the librarian made no move to retrieve the book, Linda cocked her head to one side. And? Can I read it, or did someone else take it out already? Mr. Marco laughed. No one took it out. It's for you. Linda made a face. She'd been visiting the library for years now, and Mr. Marco knew her tastes in books, which was why the man's current attitude was particularly odd. Okay, then what is it about? Linda asked. It's about... Well, let's put it this way. It's a very, very special book. Linda rolled her eyes. What is it, the Book of the Dead? Everyone's heard of the mythical Book of the Dead, an ancient text with the power to bring people and mummies back to life. But while Linda had meant the comment as a joke, Mr. Marco didn't laugh. Well, if you picked it out, Linda began with a smile, I'm sure I'll read it from cover to cover. This did the trick. Mr. Marco turned and retrieved a thick book from the top of the cart behind him. He placed it on the counter and caressed the cover. That's the thing. I'm not sure this is a book that you're going to want to read to the end. What do you mean? The idea of starting a book and not finishing it was unheard of to Linda. The end is the best part. Mr. Marco sighed. Sure, it can be. Linda wasn't sure why Mr. Marco was acting so weird today, but it was intriguing to say the least. Okay, she said, and then reached for the book. But Mr. Marco didn't hand it over right away. Linda, what has been written cannot be undone, and what has been read cannot be changed. Linda wasn't sure what Mr. Marco was talking about now, but she didn't let this bother her. Everything he said just made her want to read the book even more badly. Sure, can I have it now? Can I have the book, please? Mr. Marco hesitated one final time before handing it over. This book is special, and it needs to be returned before we close today. You can't take it home. Linda observed the book's thickness. It was a hefty volume, but she was a fast reader. Shouldn't be a problem. She snatched the book before the librarian could change his mind. Thanks. Linda hurried to her usual reading nook and sat down. She took a deep breath, checked her watch, and then opened the book to the very first page. The Book of Life, she said out loud, and then laughed when she thought about what she'd said to Mr. Marco moments ago about the Book of the Dead. Now this is going to be good. And then Linda started to read, but she only got through the first sentence before she was forced to stop. What is this? She wondered. And how is this possible? She glanced toward the front desk, but Mr. Marco was nowhere to be seen. It had to be a joke. A very strange joke indeed. Linda reread the first sentence. Linda Ann Adams was born on October 24th, 2011. Swallowing hard, Linda forced herself to keep reading. Her parents are Peter Adams and Serena Adams. She was born in Montreal, Quebec on a cool, overcast day. An hour passed, then two. Linda couldn't stop reading about her life. It was exactly as she remembered it. Even the parts that she couldn't recall precisely all seemed somehow familiar. Her heart racing, Linda read about the bicycle accident that she'd had when she was about 4, the one that caused her to lose her 2 front teeth. She read about learning to swim without water wings or floaties during a family vacation in Mexico. She read about her first day of kindergarten, the first time she was sent to the principal's office, and the very first time she stayed home from school on account of being sick. It was a biography. The Book of Life was the book of her life. Linda didn't know how this was possible, but it was. The book was real. It existed in her hands, and she was reading it. Shaking, realizing that the only thing that made sense was someone must have been following her around all these years, Linda continued to read. She made it halfway through when she came across the following passage, and her heart skipped a beat. Hi, Linda, the librarian said. Hello, Mr. Marco. Anything new come in today? Mr. Marco licked his lips. You're in luck. Something special just came in. The book slipped from her fingers, and Lisa gasped. This was too much. Somehow, there were many, many more pages to go. But how could that be? How could parts of her life that hadn't even happened yet be here in this book, written in ink? And that's when she recalled Mr. Marco's warning. What has been written cannot be undone, and what has been read cannot be changed. I'm not sure this is a book that you're going to want to read to the end. It suddenly made sense. If this was a book of her life, then what she read next hadn't happened yet. It was exciting, but also terrifying. Linda was about to turn the page to see what happened next in the book of life when once again she hesitated. Should I continue reading, she thought, or should I keep the end a mystery?
P.T. Logan's 5 Minutes of Terror. Twisted, troubling tales to send a chill up your spine.